Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Unconventional Attorney Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Small, and I am the Unconventional Attorney. What's up, y'all? It is late. It's actually on Friday night. It's 11:21 p.m. If you can believe that. I believe it. And I am sitting here making this episode for you not because I have a commitment to you, but actually because I have a commitment to myself. I'm committed to getting 2 of these episodes out a week, and I was not able to get one out yesterday because I was busy preparing and providing my marijuana owner asset protection and estate planning talk, and the time got away from me. And I did not want another day to go by without getting on here and dropping some knowledge for you. I had something interesting to talk about today, which is how to pay yourself. And I thought we would do that. But before we get there, I wanted to remind you or suggest to you to go out there and join the best weekly email newsletter on the planet. That's mine. I already wrote this week's issue. I wrote it after my sanctuary boardroom meeting this morning, and it's pretty darn good. And if you are not willing to invest to come and join us in the sanctuary, then this is probably the next best thing, and it's free. So go check it out. If you're a law firm owner and you're not getting the newsletter, you're missing out. There are things that I talk about that I know for a fact no one else talks about, and the way that I talk about them, the way that I present them, second to none. So if you're interested, go to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. That is theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. So I must admit, it's late and I'm tired, very tired. If you're watching me on video, look at my eyes. I'm sleepy. It's been a long week. I've just decided that I'm really putting in this is one a week. I just decided I want to go hard. And I have been, so I'm tired, but I've got that. So what I've got is sort of that. I feel like I've been injected with that. What's that? That's that truth serum, where you just tell the truth, because kind of like a little bit. I'm mellow, relaxed, definitely not as energetic as usual, but that's okay. Today, I wanted to talk about how to pay yourself. I know this is a problem that I have had in the past and found a solution to. It's someone that I was talking to, a sanctuary member, about this morning, and I gave her some advice that I think is going to solve this problem for her. And I wanted to give it to you so that you could use it, obviously, to help yourself. And what we're really talking about here is a couple things. A, how much to pay yourself. When is the right time to start paying yourself, like legitimately? And then how do you give yourself a raise? How do you raise what you're getting paid over time? And I'm going to sort of talk about all those in a nutshell. The person that I was talking to give you some context. Well, let me tell you about myself. When I opened my law firm, my estate planning law firm, in March 2016, I didn't have any clients. I had no street cred. I had no actual experience. I had never really done an estate plan before in my life. And so I didn't really have a lot of money to pay myself. And so what I did was, I will tell you this. It's important to put yourself on the payroll, pay those taxes every 2 weeks or whatever. Start working that debt down. And also, it's just important to pay yourself. You're working very hard. You're doing the things. You should be getting paid. Okay, so don't pay everybody first and pay yourself last. Pay yourself first, okay? But don't pay yourself so much that you can't pay your bills. So there's that. There's also this concept and this idea. It comes from this book. It doesn't come from this book, but it's spoken about in this book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. It's a book that really opened my eyes to the way to manage money and include some systems that I still use today. But the idea behind that is that it's like Parkinson's Law. The time expands to fulfill a task that needs to be done. The same thing happens with money and expenses. So your expenses will expand to fulfill the money that's in your bank account if you allow it to. And what that can mean is if you're not paying yourself a decent salary, you will often find other ways to spend that money. And you should be investing it back into yourself or back into your business. And so this is what I did. This is a simple solution. I'm just going to give it to you. I'm tired. I don't want to talk around it too long. This is the suggestion that I gave Bonnie, who's the sanctuary member. Is let's say, for example, I think when I started out, I was paying myself like $1,000 a month. Because I did, like I said, it's so important, I think, to pay yourself and to reward yourself for all the hard work that you're putting in. So what I did was I paid myself. I started at $1,000 a month, and then what I did was I increased it by $100 every month. Okay, so like month 1 would be $1,000, month 2 would be $1,100, month 3 would be $1,200, month 4 would be $1,400, and I did that for a couple of reasons, and I suggested that Bonnie did this for a couple of reasons as well, and that is because what that will help you do is not overextend yourself, because $100 extra in a month is nothing, right? And you really literally probably won't even feel that at all. But if you go from 1,000 to 5,000 in a month, that you might feel that, and you'll probably have some cognitive dissonance there. You'll have some anxiety, some fear, and that will not be beneficial for your business. So you do $100 a month, and then what you don't realize though too is that sort of exponentially grows your paycheck without even feeling like it. You don't even realize it. And so I'll show you, for example, $1,000 a month is obviously that is $12,000 a year. So that's not very much. And by the way, when I'm looking down, I have my phone. I'm doing a calculator. Okay, so if you do 1,100 though times 12, now all of a sudden we've gone up to $13,200 a month. If you go to 1,200 a month, now we're at 14,400, right? So in 2 months, just by going from 1,100 to 1,200, we have increased our salary $2,400. Right, this should make sense. And then if you go to 1,300, right now we're up to 15,600. And so what you do is you sort of end up paying yourself. You don't realize it because that $100 every month is an extra $1,200 for the year. You can work yourself into a decently good wage over a relatively short period of time without breaking the bank or causing yourself a bunch of anxiety that causes you to do stupid things for your firm. Now, there are only 2 rules that I provide with this sort of little framework, this little ninja tip or trick. Rule number 1 is you are allowed to go up as much or as fast as you want. So what happened for me, for example, is once I was doing this $100 a month, the business started taking off. Probably within 4, 5, 6 months, it started started doing well enough that I could see. Was confident that things would be happening. And so I think I started doing like 200 a month, for example, because I knew how that exponentially grew my salary. So I didn't need to go from 1,000 a month and overextend myself. I knew I'd be feeling that money over time relatively quickly. The other rule is once you reach a level, you can't go down, because you have to do whatever you can to make that payroll. And you have to keep doing that over and over and over again. That's the key. Because if you don't, then you start jumping around, you start to get crazy, and it just doesn't work. Okay, so those are the 2 rules. You can go up as fast as you want, but once you go up, you can't come down. I guess rule number 3 would be go up at least $100 a month. Okay, and that's it. In no time, you will have a decent. You'll be paying yourself a great wage. You can let Parkinson's Law take care of itself, because you'll find the money, and everybody will be happy. Okay, that's it. That's all I got today. Well, we're going on 10 minutes already. It's not too bad. So anyway, if you are, again, interested in but not subscribed to the world's greatest newsletter in the world, go to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter and sign up. theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Issues go out every Sunday. They're super good. I talk about some interesting stuff. Definitely share some things out there that I don't share here, and you just don't want to miss it. It's free. It's free and it's awesome value because I'm not trying to sell you anything. I know you'll eventually make your way into the sanctuary because it's inevitable. And the results there are just too good. So, theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Subscribe, come and be my friend. And I think that's it for today. Might be some interesting stuff coming up on the horizon just for fun. Meet some of y'all, do some things, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Super great talking to you tonight. Appreciate your time as always. And that's it. I'll see you again on Monday. See ya.